And go.
Hey guys, my name is Gary. I'm the Regional Director for AIA in the Upper Midwest, and I'm here for this month's 4 minutes or less. Is that right? All right, here we go. One of the problems we were talking about the other day is the feeling of instability in our movements and how there are not enough leaders, or there might not be leaders next year. So let me give you a quick picture. What we have a lot of is really good ministry. But the ministry can, if we do it improperly or properly, just create instability. Let's pretend for a moment that you have a really good senior class. And what we begin to think of, oh my goodness, all these good leaders are going to graduate next year. What's going to happen? Well, one reason we might feel that way is because our junior class is really small. And the reason it's small is because we probably had a really good freshman class 3 years before. And we focus on that freshman class to become sophomores, and that's why we have a small junior class. So what happens in good strategic planning is we recognize that, and we say, wow, this freshman class was really small. So we went after the freshman class the next year, and now we have a really big freshman class, which are now sophomores. But what happens in an unstable ministry is now we have a small freshman class. So you guys can see this is really unstable. But what we have in movements is something that's very different. Is if we have the same senior class that we have up here, all right, that's the same size, right? But in a good movement, if we've built from the freshman class on up, we have a much larger junior class. We have a larger opportunity, or a higher percentage of good leaders out of this class. And in another good year of movement, guess what? We have a much larger sophomore class. And if we're really doing it well, what we have is a much larger freshman class. But here's why. It's not because you are doing more or managing more. It's because you have developed good leaders in both the junior and senior classes. Remember, you've been discipling them and meeting with them for 2 years. So these guys are now the people who are leading small groups. They're leading your weekly meeting. They are creating stability. And you as a leader bringing resources, how are you very simply training this small percentage of your freshmen and sophomores as the next 2 years laborers and leaders for your movement? That is key. Train your future leaders so that they will be the people that will actually do quality ministry, sharing the gospel, leading small groups, maybe even discipling others. This is a stable movement. See you next month.